Welcome, curious minds and midnight listeners, to the other side of magic, where forgotten truths find their voice. Last week, we spoke to a man many revered. Today, we speak to the one many feared. Not the Dark Lord, not the monster, but the boy he was, and the silence he became. Tom Riddle. Tom, thank you for accepting this invitation. It couldn't have been easy.
It wasn't. But I've always valued clarity. And in death, you have all the time in the world to think.
Let's begin where few dare to. Your earliest memory, not of power, of pain.
There was an orphanage, the kind where silence is louder than screams, where names are said only when necessary. I remember a cracked ceiling, mildew, cold porridge, but most of all, I remember being watched, not by people, by the magic itself, like it knew I was different.
And how did that feel? Being different?
Like breathing air no one else could, but also like drowning and not being missed.
And then came Hogwarts, a new world, a new name. Was it salvation?
For a time. It was the first place where power wasn't feared. It was taught. I devoured it. Books, spells, secrets, but Hogwarts had its blind spots. It called me gifted, but never belonging. They whispered half-blood when they thought I couldn't hear. I heard, I remembered.
Is that what drove you? Revenge?
No, ambition did, but pain gave it direction.
Let's speak plainly. You split your soul. You made yourself immortal, or tried to. Why?
Because death is a design flaw. The world builds minds like mine, then buries them. Why should I accept that?
You fractured yourself over and over. Did it hurt?
At first, yes, but pain fades. The more pieces you lose, the less you care who you were.
Did you mourn any part of yourself?
I mourned nothing. Until the silence came, the kind that even power can't fill.
You led a war. You turned students into soldiers. You turned friends into enemies. What were you fighting, really?
Control. The illusion that the world is fair, that light always wins. I wanted to show them that fear shapes fate better than hope ever could. But somewhere along the way, I stopped leading a war and started fleeing from weakness.
Whose weakness?
Mine. I saw it in every mirror and smashed every one.
Let's talk about Harry.
Ah, the boy who lived. They say he was my opposite. He was my echo. We both were orphans. We both were marked. But where I chose power, he chose people.
Did you win because of that?
He won because he had something I destroyed in myself. Connection. He didn't need to be feared. He was loved. And that was always stronger than I wanted to believe.
If you could speak to your younger self, before the name, before the Horcruxes, what would you say?
I'd say, don't rush to become a god. Being feared is not the same as being known. And power, without someone to look back at you, to remind you you're still human, is just another kind of cage.
Would the boy have listened?
No, but maybe he'd have paused. And sometimes, a pause can change everything.
What do we make of a boy who feared death more than he loved life? A man who chased shadows only to become one? Tom Riddle is gone. But the echo remains. A caution, a whisper, a warning. Next time we meet someone who lived in both worlds, half loyalty, half lie. Until then, stay curious and stay careful.